What is it? Did you lose something, Maestro?
Oh, yes. Wait. No, not there. Eureka! I found it.
You what?
Eureka, my gnomon.
Eureka! Nomen. It's pure nonsense.
Nonsense. Eureka, that means I found it. And the gnomon is a research instrument.
Well, it's all Greek to me.
Precisely.
I'm right?
Yes, it's ancient Greek. Quite so. That's what it is.
That's no research instrument. What do you call it? Yeah. It's only a lousy little stick. Yeah.
But with this little stick, the Greeks measured the whole Earth.
Measured the Earth with a stick?
Yes.
That must have taken them quite a long while. That stick's pretty small.
Well, they didn't lay it end to end. The Greeks had great ideas, intuition. Our civilization owes everything to them. Yes, well, almost everything. The Greek era was an extraordinary one in the history of human civilization. Just think. The sciences, the arts, philosophy, they rose to heights. 2,000 years passed before there was really anything new. 2,000 years, you realize. Pythagoras applied mathematics to every area of human knowledge. Hippocrates founded medicine. Yes, back then. And Socrates' philosophy.
Know thyself. If you don't know yourself, you don't know anything. Know that you know everything if you know that you know nothing.
Yes, and Phidias breathes life into stone. Athena, 60 feet high. Sophocles and Euripides writing immortal masterpieces for the theater. Oh, yes. For Protagoras, man is already the reference for all things. For Anaxagoras, intelligence is the guiding principle in the world. And Demokrit found the atom. How long ago? 20 centuries. It's fantastic.
The atom? Oh.
2,400 years ago.
No way, not true.
Yes, I thought that might surprise you all. Yes, now I'm going to tell you about Demokrit. We don't know much about him, except that he was always laughing.
No, you're wrong. The world's not made of 4 elements.
But there's only fire, water, air, and earth.
And what if they were different states of the same element? Watch this. You see the effect of the heat, the water evaporates, and it's transformed into what? Into air.
What about fire?
Oh, this branches from the earth. And it's transformed into fire. No, there are not 4 elements. There is one fundamental element, the smallest that can exist. Here, look at this. Even a grain of sand isn't the smallest thing on Earth because we can crush it into pieces. No, the smallest thing is an atom. So small, we can't even see them.
I'm going to smash it and make an atom.
Go on, try. Go on, you can make it smaller still.
You think so? Even smaller?
Oh!
No, don't try. Maybe in the future people may learn how to see atoms, but not in our time. All we can do is imagine them.
So it was. Demokrit conceived of atoms 2,400 years before modern physicists were able to see them.
And the little piece of wood?
Yeah, the gnomon. Now, you'd be surprised at all the things it'll do. Look at this. With the gnomon's shadow, you can tell time it's a sundial. Standing up, it becomes a vertical line. Lying down, it's horizontal. Together, they make a right angle. The gnomon can point to the north, to the west, to the east, to the south. The gnomon's shadow lets us determine the height of any object, no matter how tall.
This pyramid is 250 feet high.
But you said that we could measure the whole Earth with that stick. Ridiculous. No way.
It's all a big lie.
It's true. Measure the Earth. It's simple. You just had to think of it. Eratosthenes figured it out.
Rather who?
Eratosthenes. About 250 years before our era. It happened on the 21st of June at Siena in Egypt.
Today, precisely at noon. The sun will be directly above, right over our heads, lighting up the bottom of the well. Oh.
That means a gnomon won't cast a shadow. The sun will be straight up vertical. And I will measure the size of the Earth.
How are you going to do that?
You'll see. Look, the gnome's shadow is getting shorter. The sun is precisely over our heads. Now look. Over here. There we are, that's all.
Yes, so?
So you'll see, we're going to Alexandria.
Greetings, Eratosthenes!
Greetings to you.
I did exactly what you asked. At noon, precisely on the day you said, the gnome's shadow reached exactly this far, right here.
There, you see?
Huh?
At Sienne, there was no shadow, so the sun was directly overhead, vertical. Here at Alexandria, the gnomon casts his shadow. We know the distance between Sienne and Alexandria. By extending the circle, we can calculate the Earth's circumference. So the Earth's circumference is, 252,000 stadiums.
You sure about that?
Oh, yes, absolutely sure.
Do you realize, children? What science, what precision, such intuition, 252,000 stadiums.
What's a stadium?
The length of the running track used in the Olympics. 252,000 stadiums, that comes to exactly 39,690 kilometers, only 300 kilometers off the mark. With a gnomon. Just an ordinary little stick. Syracuse in Sicily had been under Greek control for a long time. In the 3rd century before our era, it had already become a rich and powerful city-state with 500,000 people living in it.
Hello! Hello! Oh,
My son.
Father!
Archimedes.
Mother.
Back at last, I was worried.
There was no need, Mother. Alexandria is a peaceful city, and I studied with Euclid, the greatest mathematician in the world.
Did you work well?
I think so. Euclid was pleased with me, and I have an idea. I think I have a way of squaring the circle.
You mean you can square the circle? The problem that's eluded all scholars? Come, my lad.
You'll see, Father, I will.
In the meantime, I'll introduce you to the king. He may be of some help to you.
Phidias, court astronomer, and his son, Archimedes, request an audience with His Majesty the King.
Yes, come forward, come forward. Well, Phidias, I see your son Archimedes is back from Alexandria.
Yes, Majesty, he appears to have learned much.
And did he have to go such a long way? Here in Syracuse, haven't we good teachers?
Yes, Your Majesty, but the greatest of them all, Euclid, teaches in Alexandria.
Very well, Archimedes. I'll give you the occasion to prove your knowledge. Come here. My goldsmith has made this crown for me in solid gold, or so he says. I suspect he's being economical with the truth. Might he not somehow have put into it a less noble metal? A less precious one? In your opinion, do you think we can know without in any way damaging the crown? Go on, Archimedes. I am listening.
Majesty, there is no way. You'd have to break the crown. What a shame, such a beautiful object.
I haven't asked your advice, Nabatos. I wonder if you aren't in league with the goldsmith in this. Well, Archimedes, demonstrate your reasoning power.
I'll try, Your Majesty. I'll require a little time.
Do you need 1 day, or will it take 2?
2 days will do, Your Majesty.
You'd better find an answer. How will you do it?
I'll have to calculate the crown's volume. Then, by weighing it, I'll be able to say if its weight corresponds to that of gold, a very heavy metal.
Calculate its volume or you're dreaming. Its shape is irregular and ornamental. It's impossible.
I'll think about it, Father.
Well, while you think about it, let's go to the baths, To help us relax.
Good idea.
What are you doing, Archimedes?
Hey! Ha! Eureka! I found it! Eureka!
Why did Master Archimedes go like that? Is the bath too hot?
I have no idea. He just said, Eureka, I found it. But what did he find?
There was nothing to find. I scrubbed the tub.
Eureka! Oh, Eureka!
Young man, you've forgotten something?
Eureka!
Who was that? Is running naked in the streets a new sport?
That's Archimedes. Phidias' son?
What do you mean, the genius?
Well, Archimedes, is the crown really made of pure gold?
Yes, of course. To make it, I melted down 60 pieces of gold.
Order 60 gold pieces to be brought here, Your Majesty.
Be careful! Oh, my sandals. I'll catch cold.
I weigh the crown, minus the weight of its volume in water. That overflowed. There. Bring me the gold pieces. 1, 2, 3, 59, 60 pieces. Yes, the weight of 60 pieces of gold is the same as that of the crown, but the water level has not gone to the top, which demonstrates that the gold has less volume than the crown, and so the crown is not made of pure gold. It contains another metal that's lighter.
Are you sure of what you say?
Yes, sire, I am.
Archimedes is a fraud. 60 pieces of pure gold made that crown. We just weighed it.
Yes, it's the same weight, but the density is different. That means the crown contains another lighter metal. Look here. Watch. You'll see what I mean. You see, the weight is the same, but the cushion is much larger. It's made of matter less dense than gold.
Majesty, I assure you, I'm as honest as the day is long. I'd never dare to.
There is a way to verify it.
And what's that?
Bring a sledgehammer.
Watch your step. You'd better be sure of yourself. If my crown is pure gold and you destroy it,
Then, Majesty, you may chop off my hand.
seize him! And as for you, either you're a swindler or an idiot. And I don't care which. Get out of my sight forever!
Majesty, I didn't know.
Disappear before I lose my temper! You do know how to put your learning to use, Archimedes. You will be of benefit to our people. Very hard work. Science ought to make it easier. Have you any ideas, Archimedes?
Quite a simple one. An endless screw. The blades are turned by the current in the river. Water rises and comes out the top.
It requires neither man nor beast to power it, to turn the water wheel.
No, Majesty.
It's not so light, it's solid cedar wood. Oh, I wish it was a bundle of river reeds.
There ought to be a way to make this work easier.
Yes, Majesty. I could lift this ship with one hand if it were to run aground.
What do you say? What do you say?
Surely you're exaggerating, Archimedes.
No, I can do it.
He said it, Majesty. He said he could lift this ship using only one hand. Let's see him do it.
Well, Archimedes, you mean what you say?
Yes, one hand.
Good. You'll do it tomorrow. We shall see what we shall see.
That's right. We shall see.
King's orders. You are to beach this ship. On the sand over there. Hey, let's go do it. Come on. pleasure. With a belly laugh. Lift this boat with only one hand. I can't wait to see that. We'll have a good laugh, Majesty.
Archimedes has already demonstrated his knowledge. In your place, I wouldn't count my chickens just yet.
Yes, Majesty, but lift it with one hand.
He can't do it, Majesty. He can't.
All of you there, go aboard.
This exploit made Archimedes famous. People realized that science wasn't a hobby. Now, it could be applied to all areas of daily life. Archimedes once said, "Give me a fulcrum, and with my lever I will lift the world."
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Naturally, the lever has to be strong enough, huh? Now, let me tell you about another time when Archimedes used his science, less spectacular than lifting a ship or determining how much gold is in a crown, but still it was a remarkable achievement, really extraordinary. That even today scientists admire. The squaring of the circle.
The what of the what?
Squaring the circle. You'll see. No, it's not very complicated. A square, calculating its surface area, is simple, right?
It's easy.
But to work out the area of a circle, what do?
The radius squared multiplied by 3.1416.
Quite right, correct. An easy formula to say, but not so easy to discover and demonstrate, and that Archimedes achieved. The area of a circle is somewhere between a square surrounding it and a square contained within it. Once he had demonstrated this, he went on to find the formula we just heard. The magic number 3.1416. But back to Archimedes.
Archimedes, I'm going to die. Just when Rome threatens. My grandson Hieronymus is young, without experience. You are a man of science, of wisdom. I ask you, help him, counsel him, the young king.
I'll do all I can, Majesty.
We have been victorious everywhere in Sicily. And now, Marcellus.
Our legions march on Syracuse. This city is a rich, magnificent trophy.
The king has been assassinated. Marcellus is bearing down on Syracuse with his fleet and war machines. We must be ready to fight, Archimedes.
But, General, I know nothing about war.
You are a great scholar. You have designed magnificent war machines. Now is the time for us to build them for our defense.
All right. We'll do it. Assemble all able-bodied men. I'll need carpenters, stonecutters, tanners, rope makers, blacksmiths. Choose 500 men to practice archery, harbor our ships in a safe place, reinforce all fortifications at the port, and block the entrance. Build up stocks of wheat, oil, cattle. The ropes are slack, tighten them. They have to be tight to propel the projectiles.
Tighter? Always wants them tighter. Why can't he tighten them himself?
No, the projectiles shouldn't be shot into the air. Aim it right at the enemy horizontally. That's it. No. The hook goes on the short end of the lever. Otherwise, there's no force in it. It's ships we have to raise. Big ones, not wine barrels. All right, let's go. Show me that you know how to use it. That old wall there. That's it. We're attacking an enormous Roman Sambuca. reinforce it here. It's not thick enough. And there, build a platform for the catapults. I also wanted to make people happy. Here I am waging war in the twilight of my life.
They'll not long resist our great power. Get ready.
The large catapults!
They had to do it.
Now the scorpions for short-range fire.
She's gonna tip over!
Now the lever. Hear the burning mirror.
What game are we playing?
I don't know, but we lost.
Relax. Where's the fire?
What do you think that is, snow?
Stop, can you see the wheels are broken? You have to replace them. They won't do it.
We're nearly there. They didn't even hear a thing. They probably think we don't hear a thing.
Order fires thrown. Now fire the ballistae and the scorpions.
Not necessary. The Romans are retreating. We've won.
That Archimedes is a clever one.
But we are Romans. We're invincible.
All the history books say so.
Lay siege to the city. No one goes in. No one comes out. Understand?
The siege lasted over 2 years. Somebody to see you.
Who is it?
He's from Syracuse. He says he's important.
Send him in.
Marcellus, I got a proposition.
See that Archimedes is spared. I want him alive. He's a great man. He might be useful.
As you order. Hey, listen. I don't want Archimedes to live.
But Marcellus said.
I'll double it after, right? And no one will know.
Well,
Now, the value of pi is imperfect.
Archimedes?
Yes, just a moment. There's a little problem that
Archimedes was a great inventor and alas suffered a tragic end. But you'll see, the Greeks haven't said their last word. They created so many great inventions that I'll tell you about. Oh, yes. You'll see. You'll see.